Hello Libra, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love reading, focused on the second half of May from the 16th all the way through the 31st. General advice as always, guys, so please keep that in mind throughout your reading. I'm going to apologize in advance because it is trash day here today and the noise level is just off the charts. I apologize. So anyway, let's get into the messages here for part one of your reading. If it happens to resonate with you, you're welcome to stay tuned to the end to check out the extended preview. And if you'd like to watch the whole thing, that's available on my Patreon page. That link is down below in the description box. All right, Libra, so let's begin. I'll be pulling from my Silhouettes deck as well as the Twin Flame Journey Oracle by Mystic Moon, and we'll clarify with my tarot decks here. So what's the opening message for Libra for the second half of May? So let's grab some insight here for you. So we're starting with breakfast in bed, which is a nice energy. The best way to spend the day after a passionate night of lovemaking. This could be, of course, a very romantic thing that your person might have done for you, serving you breakfast in bed, or something that you enjoy doing for them. You know, and of course the reference to those intimate moments that you guys have shared together. So take that if it makes sense. Let's grab another here. Look at this card, guys. Okay, so we've got the Groom card. Some of you guys could be married. This, of course, could represent the Divine Masculine. I pledge my love to you from this day forward. For those of you who are not married, perhaps you just see your masculine as somebody that you really want to be a part of your life long term. Could include marriage down the line. So let's see what else here. What else for Libra? Well, we do have some challenges popping up because we do have a broken feminine. So this represents masculine. Here we are with a broken feminine. So you guys might have broken up, whether you were married or not. This is coming through as a separation, perhaps. Then we have the Leap of Faith card, which is very similar to the energy of the Fool card in tarot. And it says, because sometimes you just have to trust, you will land where you are meant to land. So what I'm getting here is, if you guys are meant to come back together and work this out, sometimes you just have to believe, you know, take that leap of faith. It could also be somebody who is in need of taking action to fix this. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my TANIELU tarot deck here for Libra. What else do we need to know here? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. So Divine Feminine, your masculine might have hurt you. There could have been infidelity here. You know, so if this romantic vibe and the lovemaking and passionate night was not between the two of you, then they could have been experiencing that with somebody else. So take it if it makes sense. We do have the Two of Cups, though. So true love presenting itself here. Two people, as I've mentioned, who might have been married. Two people who were committed to each other. I'm just kind of feeling a shift in the energy here. At one point in time, you guys were super happy and something happened to either break you guys up, or you're just not connecting in the same way. Divine Feminine, you might find that you're just being more emotional lately, that you've been crying. Maybe you and your masculine have been arguing, or as I've mentioned, in separation. We do have the Judgment card that's followed up by the Four of Wands. So another reference to possible marriage, but for those in separation, whether married or not, there is a potential for a reunion here. Whoever created a challenge in the relationship, I feel they've had the opportunity to really take a look at themselves. You know, this is an awakening with that Judgment card. And so they've had the opportunity to take a look at their behavior, their role in why things didn't work out, or why you guys are just going through some issues. We also have a possible twin flame connection here, okay? This is an overall happy energy, as well as the Two of Cups representing duality and partnership. This is a celebration. This could also be, because again, we've got the Groom card, and this can be a celebration of a marriage. If you guys aren't married, maybe you guys can ultimately work it out, come back together, because I feel somebody wants to return. Somebody wants to either apologize or to fix what happened here. And so this could even represent a future celebration of marriage for some of you guys. This does represent a very strong foundation in the relationship. So if that was compromised somehow, I feel you guys can possibly work this out. We do have the masculine coming in as the Knight of Cups. So some of you guys could also be dealing with a very romantic water sign here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If your masculine isn't a water sign, that doesn't mean this can't apply to them. You know, just that very romantic type individual who's putting you first, who's wanting to really win you back, especially if they failed to deliver the romance before. Look at this. They're wanting to make better choices, better and different choices, and perhaps they're also recognizing that you as well, you know, you've got your own choices in love and romance, and you don't have to choose them. If they ended up hurting you, especially Divine Feminine, if this masculine, for example, wants to romance you and to win you back because they messed up, they are also recognizing here perhaps that even though they want a reunion, that doesn't necessarily mean that you will choose them again, because they perhaps are seeing that you've got choices too. Maybe they are already aware of the fact that you have moved on. Look at this, but we do have the Hierophant. So maybe during this time they've learned some valuable lessons and how to ultimately treat you better. This is commitment right here. So it keeps popping up in your reading here, Libra, that some of you guys could have been married. If not married, as I've mentioned, then you guys were either together for a very long time. The commitment was solid at one point in time, but something happened. The Seven of Cups can sometimes indicate somebody entertaining other options outside of a partnership. We do have the Seven of Pentacles, wait and see. It depends on what side you represent, Libra. If you are the Divine Feminine coming in with that broken energy, this is telling you it's going to take time for your masculine to fix this. And if you represent the masculine, you have to recognize that it's also going to take time to build trust, to win your feminine back. Seven of Pentacles is somebody who's not afraid to put in the work. We also have the World. We've got the Lovers card right here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini specifically. So as you can see from these cards, guys, there's this need to make a choice, a better decision when it comes to the romantic partnership. Maybe it falls on your shoulders, Libra, to make a choice. And it really depends, you know, if you ended up doing the hurting or if you were the one that ended up getting hurt. It depends on whether you're the masculine or the feminine here because of how these cards are presenting itself. You know? But as far as the attraction and the chemistry, you guys had a pretty strong connection. And with that World card, it is a cycle that needs to complete. That cycle might have something to do with some difficult moments that you guys have endured in the past. And this makes way for a new cycle to come in. And I feel this is much needed. There's healing that's needed here with that Four of Swords. Maybe you guys needed to go your separate ways in order to just recuperate, to heal, to really think things through, what you want, what they want. Especially for my feminines coming in as the broken feminine. Hopefully during this time apart from your masculine, you really focused on healing yourself. And we've got the Temperance card right here. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. So Seven of Pentacles, time is involved. Temperance card, time is involved. There's this need to just wait, have patience, give it a little bit more time to see how this unfolds. But I do feel somebody is desiring a reunion, a reconciliation here. All right, so let's move on to the next batch of cards here. Libra. So taking a look at the Twin Flame Journey Oracle here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please. For Libra, what else do we need to know? Self-worth. So, Divine Feminine, I feel this for you especially, that maybe you needed to focus on that, to see value within yourself, especially if you had a masculine who might have been dishonest, could have been deceptive, there could have been infidelity there. And so that created a very lopsided energy as far as their investment in the relationship. And it caused you to feel unworthy, unloved, uncherished, tapping into your self-worth. So maybe during this time apart, that's what's needed for you to focus on and to heal. More than likely, Divine Feminine, you might have walked away from your masculine and put a stop to the relationship because they might have hurt you. I'm not quite sure how that pain, how you were hurt, but I am feeling the fact that you were hurt. You don't just come forward as a broken feminine without having endured something pretty heavy. Wow, look at the next card, guys. There's the heaviness, the separation, the broken heart. This always reminds me of a Three of Swords type energy. Heartbreak, the suffering that you've been through as a result of that heartbreak, grieving the partnership and all of the challenges that you've been through. It's clarifying you guys are not together. And so it makes sense for me, especially Divine Feminine, if you took some time for yourself to heal this. It's very painful. And I'm really happy to see these next two cards. Look at this. We have Fresh Start. We have Healing, much needed to restore balance in your life. These cards are definitely painting a story. Look at this. Let me move these down. Healing, communication. Look at this. And then finally, union. So it could be the Divine Masculine really wanting to come back into union with you, Divine Feminine. That's coming through here. So eventually I feel they will reach out. They will communicate. They are wanting that fresh start. That doesn't guarantee that you will accept them back in. But that is what they're wanting. Okay, so let's grab some tarot. I'll be pulling from my Valentine Connection tarot here. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Libra. Bunch of cards coming out. So we've got the King of Wands. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so both King and Queen coming forward. The King of Wands has a pretty clear understanding, clear vision of what it is that they would love to manifest with you, Divine Feminine. And when it comes to this whole situation, Divine Feminine, you have to be able to trust your heart, your gut instincts, your intuition, because you're going to know if your masculine just isn't coming towards you with the best of intentions. But if they're coming towards you as this king, I feel they're really wanting to turn things around. And then you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, right between the two of you. So I feel this is a turning point for your relationship. We do have the Strength card. Some of you could also be dealing with a Leo. We do have the Hangman. We've got the Chariot. We've got the Fool. I mean, look at all of these cards that are coming through. Pretty amazing. The Magician. And lastly, here we are with the Sun. Okay, so you might be feeling a little bit apprehensive to give your person another chance if they hurt you. More than likely, I really do feel, Divine Feminine, you let them go. But things can start moving in the right direction. It really does come down to the Divine Masculine, I feel, to take that leap of faith that we have seen right from the very start of this reading. Take that leap of faith to convince you that this is worth another try, that they are wanting to manifest a reunion here, a fresh start, and to ensure that you guys can be happy again. All right, so that's where I'm going to leave part 1. Libra, if you'd like to explore the extended, definitely stick around for that. The preview is coming up, and the link to be a Patreon, to be a patron, is down below in the description box. If you'd like your own personal private reading, that info is down below as well. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Together, they could still feel connected to you even despite the distance. We do have love lessons here. I feel that some of these lessons could have been very hurtful, very painful. For some of you, this could have been a karmic partnership that might have truly broken your heart because they just did certain things here to compromise the integrity of the relationship. We do have silenced. We do have lessons. Look at that. Love lessons and then lessons, karmic cycles. There's something coming through about that here. Power and control muted. Some, for you guys that really relate to what's been coming through in the first half, as well as this one, you guys more than likely are not talking at this point in time. Maybe you feel, especially Divine Feminines, maybe you do feel that your masculine or a masculine tried to control you, silenced you. They wouldn't give you the opportunity to speak up or to voice your opinion maybe. But look at this, these lessons, karmic cycles, karmic connection, advisement, experience, and wisdom. So some of you guys might have learned a very valuable lesson as a result of this partnership. So this Wheel of Fortune, if it doesn't involve you going back to somebody, then this is simply telling you that your life is moving forward to bring you the happiness that that Sun represents. The Fool card could also be taking a leap of faith to welcome in a brand new love connection. If you haven't found that yet, you could be single right now and still healing from past heartbreak with a karmic partner perhaps. For some of you guys, this could have been your husband or your wife that hurt you. And then we have hopeful. So that's mentioned twice here. Hopeful, and then we have hopeful again, optimism and manifestation. So it depends on where you're at, Libra. Either you're hoping to find love again after tremendous heartbreak, or you're hoping to have a reunion with somebody and that it's actually breaking your heart to be in separation from somebody. It depends on what it is that you are wanting. But there's this need to communicate. And we have seen here from the first half of the reading that somebody absolutely wants to communicate. It depends on who wants to do that, who wants to reach out. It could be you, Libra, it could be the other person. Or maybe you guys are both thinking of reaching out, but nobody's taken any sort of action to make that happen.